It's Week 12 of the NFL.
And we'll be watching the Browns' veteran running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing.
It's the Browns and the Ravens coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Matlock. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Browns hit 3-7 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake. Matlock. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And that one too wide and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They're going to look to throw. Open man downfield is Sims. He's got it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. The Browns drive about to get started. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll find his man. That's the rookie from Notre Dame. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Matlock. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense led by their wide receiver headed out for their second. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. On 1st down, Tompkins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 91 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup. Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his pass incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Back to throw. Matlock. He finds his man, complete. That's Herrera. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Matlock. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Baldwin. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by Sims. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. for them. 3 drives and just...
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Tompkins, and he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Tompkins. He'll get this to about the 38. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. They'll keep it on the ground. Tompkins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Tompkins. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw here. It's caught. Baldwin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. York able to send this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Matlock over the middle. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Matlock. He finds his man. Complete. It's Herrera. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Herrera. 2nd and 6. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, Matlock. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Matlock. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. But it's caught. Tompkins. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. York able to send this one through, and they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Browns drive about to get started. A final shot before break. Matlock. He's going to float this one deep right side. That is incomplete. So we halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been in. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here is 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Tompkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Matlock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Matlock. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Off play action. Matlock. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tompkins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Tompkins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Matlock. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Tompkins, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
And just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
He gets it to Baldwin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and it's Baldwin again. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cleveland offense making their way out. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake. Matlock. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Back to throw. Matlock. And he fends him off. Now he's swallowed up and taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after.